Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, this your man Kamari. Sorry, voice is changing, so I'm dealing with that. Um, but this your man Kamari. I'm addressing the video that my boy did, boy Wyatt. We cool peoples. I get along with most of the. Now I get along with all the FTMs on here. Maybe some I don't that have hater words, but you know that like to judge other FTMs. But um, most of them I get along with them. Most of the guys on here. Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to address this, guys. You gotta give me a minute. Okay, I watched the video, and M Wink, yeah, she subscribed to my channel, and and all that. And I've talked to her before on the phone and stuff like that. Not to doesn't need to be put out there, but I have. Um, but I did not know when you hear two sides of the story, you start to understand before you can make an opinion. And see, I did not know how it was addressed to Boy Wyatt in this, and on the video I guess he did on to Brandon. But this is what I'm gonna address to everybody in the LGBTQ community. Before you can make any comments, know about the LGBT. Know about the people in the LGBT. Just because you are a lesbian or any lesbians, you want to make assumptions or your opinions about transgender or bisexuals or pansexuals or genderqueers. You want to make your opinion because you're a lesbian. But see, you can't make your opinion when you don't educate yourself on anything besides just lesbians. A lot of women that are lesbian know only about stud and femme, and they like women and women anatomy and like to be girls dressed in boy clothing, or you got your soft studs, they know what that means. But you ask them anytime what transgender or what who are transgender people, what makes them transgender, what do they go through, what what are their thoughts, what are the definitions, the depth definitions of a transgender individual, and things to that nature. Because there's a lot of definitions to being transgender. There's a lot of definitions to being bisexual. There's a lot of definitions to being queer. There's a lot of definitions more than just being girl on girl for lesbian. My thing is, people don't understand that they need to expand themselves beyond the LGBTQ. Learn other things than just what your label is. Learn other things than just what that T stands for. Learn something else than just what the B stands for bisexual. You know you're bisexual, but you need to educate yourself on everybody else in your community. Then to throw an opinion, and then you look ignorant when you think your opinion matters, because it doesn't. Or you think your opinion is the description of what that person is, because them being transgender. If you only have so much education on a certain subject, and the only thing you know is they want to transition, or they want to have surgery, and they want to cut off their boobs and stuff like that. It's a little bit more than just being transgender, than having surgery, taking hormones, and cutting off their boobs. It's a lot deeper than that. And people in the LGBTQ community don't get that. A lot of lesbians do throw their opinions about transgender as calling as sellouts. Some people make their opinion about me, or oh, you taking hormones and blah blah blah, you want to be this and you want to be that. No, I was born the way I am. I don't knock myself. I actually accept myself as the person I am, but I don't feel secure unless I have chest surgery to be the man I want to be completely. But due to the fact, I don't think I'm better than any other FTM, because we all face a battle. Not only that, I learned and educated myself about bisexual history, lesbian history, transgender history, queer history. At the end of the day, when you throw your little, anybody throw any type of words to me where you know you're this and that, I already know about what label you finna throw at me. Plus, I go beyond the labels that you have for LGBTQ community. I learn about my community because it is a part of me. Not only because I'm transgender, but that is a part of who I am. If we gonna become equal, you need to learn about everybody else than just your label. Just because you're a lesbian does not mean you don't you shouldn't want to learn about everybody else on that community. My thing is, educate yourselves before you make opinions and assumptions. When you say something hateful, like, all y'all trying to change what God made you. You just stepped on my toes. You just said that I'm trying to change something that God made me. God made me a certain way for a reason. Every female is not meant to be a female. God makes every female different. And certain ones he made female really are boys in the wrong body for certain reasons. And the reasons are to educate other people of something other than what they know. That is what I'm saying. Stop bashing each other. If you're gonna be a part of the LGBTQ community, you gotta stop bashing your fellow brothers and sisters because it's disrespecting me, it's disrespecting you, it's making our community small and stupid, and we look ignorant. How can we be happy when we tear each other down every single day? And I just don't get it. Um, Boy White says he is pansexual. Pansexual means loving men and women equally. Equally. Does not care what gender you are. Actually, pansexual is loving all equally. Loving all equally. And what that means is he don't have a preference of what he loves or who he loves. He just knows he loves that person for themselves. That's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of guys on here, there are a lot of girls on here that are pansexual. Gender queers, they don't go by a label. They don't tend to ever want to have a label. They can feel like a man one day and they can feel like a woman the next day. It just depends how they feel. Bisexuals just like men and women. They like men and women. Both equally. They can't pick. They'll choose one partner that's female, and if they break up, then they'll choose the next partner that's male. You know what I'm saying? Transgender. There's a lot. I'm transgender. Even though y'all don't think that, I'm transgender. I'm transgender. I'm an intersex transgender. But actually, most people say I'm GID. I have a gender dysphoria. Gender identity disorder, because I can be whatever I want to be, and I'm not afraid of that. I deal with the man side of me, I deal with the female side of me, and a lot of y'all that sit up here and say, oh, that's a female because you see a female chest. No. Haven't you heard men have women boobs? They call them moobs. Man boobs. I was grown, I was raised with women chest. No, I'm not a female. Never have, never will be. I'm not gonna become a girl. I've never been a girl, and I'm not gonna act like no girl. And I'm not no fag, and I'm not no fucking confused person. I know who I am. So educate yourself before you throw opinions out. Alright? Peace.